Hey, what's up? My name is Samuel Leeds. I'm a property investor. I've bought a lot of houses over the last decade, more than a decade in fact, and I do regular training and YouTube videos teaching other people to invest in property. And you know what I wanted to say on this video? Right now, 2020, this is a really bad time to buy a house right now. Right now is a terrible time to invest in property if you do not know what you're doing. If you do not follow the 3 golden rules for 2020 property investing. Now, listen, the reason it's a bad time is because house prices are going down right now. So if you buy a house right now and it goes down, you're gonna go, oh my gosh, it's gone down. And then you'll probably sell it and you'll lose money. You'll say, property investing, I lost money. People do lose money in recessions, and right now we are in a recession. So it's a bad time. But if you're smart and you know what you're doing and you follow the 3 golden rules, then it's a really friggin' good time. But you gotta follow the 3 golden rules. And on this video, guess what? You'll be pleased to know I'm gonna share with you the 3 golden rules that I'm personally doing and I'm teaching my students to do to make this an opportunity instead of a danger. And that's this. Number 1, do not pay full market value. Get properties only in 2020 right now that are below market value. And I mean heavily below market value because, as I said, you buy a house for 200 grand and then it drops to 150, which it probably will do over the next year or 2, drops to 150. Sure enough, it's gonna bounce back up, but you've just lost money. Whereas if you buy it for 150 straight away, right now, based on what's gonna happen, then suddenly you've just got a good deal and your return on investment's better because rents aren't going down. So as properties go down, that just brings more opportunity. So that's the first thing, below market value. Right now, some sellers are being pretty stubborn because they're not aware that properties are gonna fall. And they're saying, but my house is worth 200 grand. And you're saying, yes, it is, but they're gonna fall. So you're using that as a reason to get a cheaper deal. Don't fall in love with properties. Don't get emotional about properties. Just get formulas, not feelings. This has to be below market value. If you're buying properties below market value and you're buying them 20% below market value, if they do dip by 10, 15% this year, which is what they're predicted to do, even if they dip a little bit further, you're still in the green. So that's the first thing, but there's 2 more golden rules. Second golden rule is this: make sure it's giving you positive cash flow every single month. So simple, but listen, some of my students are buying houses and they don't care if it goes down in value. I bought houses in 2009, 2010, and they crashed and their properties went down in value. But unless you sell them, it doesn't matter. I bought houses, rented them out as HMOs, was getting a nice cash flow, was financially free, and then the crash happened, and as the properties continued to go down, everyone said to me, oh, I bet you're worried. I'm like, no. Why would I be worried? My houses have gone down in value, which means technically my net worth has decreased, but my cash flow is still the same and I'm still financially free because rents aren't going down. And in recessions, normally what happens is, if anything, rents go up. So second golden rule, make sure that you've got cash flow coming in from the property. Golden rule number 3, if you can do all 3, you're friggin' laughing, okay? Golden rule number 3 is, when you buy a property, find ways to push the value up on the property. So what I mean by this is, rather than just buying a house and just buying it and renting it out, buy it and then force the value up. So for instance, the property might not have a working kitchen and bathroom, it might not be habitable. So you can buy it really, really cheap, especially as it's not habitable, it needs work, and we're in the middle of a recession. You get it really cheap, and then you get a new kitchen, get a new bathroom, and force the value up on the property. And then what's happening is you're buying it below market value. You make sure you get good cash flow on it once it's done up, and then you're forcing the value up. I just had one of my students phone me up yesterday who said that they've just secured a HMO property. They're gonna convert it into a HMO property, and it's gonna be a 6-bed commercial HMO property. And they're gonna be able to push the value up, and it's gonna be on a commercial value basis. A commercial value basis, that means that the value is not based on the bricks and mortar, the value is based on the rent. And so it's like very, very safe. So he's gonna push the value up. He's gonna then pull all of his money back out on a buy-to-let finance. So there's just literally, when you know how to push the value up on properties, it's called the buy, refurbish, refinance strategy, and you're adding value, you're gonna win in this time. Combined with positive cash flow, combined with buying below market value, you seek this opportunity right now and you make the most of an opportunity. What does Grant Cardone say? He says, never miss a good crisis. You know, never waste a good recession is what Grant Cardone says. So I'm excited. I'm doing deals right now. Also, some of the deals that I'm doing now are properties that I viewed 12 months ago tried to negotiate an option agreement or some sort of a deal. They said no. Now they're coming back to me. So, and if some of the people on YouTube comments are like saying, it's a really bad time to invest, save your pennies. I love it when people say that, because when the taxi drivers are talking about how good Bitcoin is, that's when you want to get out. When people are scared, that's when you should be greedy. James Caan from Dragon's Den, what does he say? He says, observe the masses and do the opposite. So my advice for you right now is this. If you don't know anything about property, you're inexperienced, and you're thinking of just putting your money into a dream home, don't do it right now. Wait. But if you're a trained, smart entrepreneur, then seize the opportunity, become financially free in 2020. This is your year. If you found this video helpful, please do smash the like button, subscribe, drop a nice comment in below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Peace out.